Hi, welcome to the GenX Glam Gab Channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. I appreciate you. I know there are a ton, like a billion choices out there of channels to tune into. I surely appreciate that you're tuning in to hang out with me, mom in her basement, doing a little bit of glam, doing a little bit of gab, and sometimes I do giveaways. There is a current GenX Glam Gab giveaway going on. I will link that giveaway video in this video description. My giveaways are super easy. You don't need to go to the gram and fill out a bio or do something on TikTok. It all happens here on YouTube. You just make a comment in the giveaway video, be subscribed to the channel, and have a USA or Canada mailing address. The rules are also in the video description of the giveaway video. So good luck to everyone that that has signed up, because we have had a fair amount of people already make some comments, make some noise in that video. So thank you very much. It's the giveaway is luxe. The giveaway is 5 full-size NARS makeup products, and in my opinion, it's one of the best giveaways I've ever done, but that's just my opinion. You can check it out for yourself. I got to get going with this video. I picked up a few new drugstore products yesterday. New for me, one completely new. Maybe it's been out in the US, and I wanted to use those today. And so I thought, let me go through last night when I was picking up my glam station. Let me go through all the drawers and stuff, and let's pull out some affordable drugstore type products to use that I wanted to use this morning. So here we are. We're doing a get ready with me with affordable makeup, mostly from the drugstore, but definitely affordable, and we're going to get into it. Before I do that, let me I put on a little bit of this toner already. I'm going to go in with a little bit more. You're going to see a fair amount of e.l.f. today. Yeah, I love e.l.f. And you can't dispute that it is affordable. But before I go in with my toner, let me put my lip oil on. This is from Burt's Bees. This is one of the first lip oils. It's in the flavor passion fruit. It's a hydrating lip oil from Burt's Bees, and it's one of the first lip oils that I ever bought when I started my midlife makeup crisis a couple of years ago when I started my collection. This is one of the first lip oils I've bought. I've definitely made it through half of it. Every once in a while I just pull it out because it feels very hydrating, and I like that passion fruit flavor that it's got going on. But I was gonna say, you might have noticed that for today, or actually last night after midnight or so, I was up a little late last night. As I said, I was messing around down here at my glam station, just kind of getting stuff in order for today, and I changed the thumbnail icon, I guess, of my channel to a picture of Selena. She is one of my favorite human beings that ever lived. A life ended way too soon, too tragically. In 1995, Selena was killed, and yeah, she's just an icon. I've been a Selena fan since I can remember. She's a fellow Gen Xer. I did this last year on the anniversary of her passing, and I think get started on Selena. I don't know if I'll be able to stop, but yeah, just for today, like I said, I did it last year. I remember where she was when she was killed. I came home from work that evening. I was a waitress, and yeah, I was waiting tables. Shocker, right? And yeah, I just came home to this horrific news, and I could not believe what was going on. I retched after the person that shot her did that. She kind of holed up in her vehicle, and yeah, and it was like a 8 or 9 hour ordeal where she just sat in her vehicle with like a gun and wouldn't come out. It was like a hold off between her and the police. It was just horrific. It's just horrific. But Selena's legacy lives on. I have her tapes, I have her CDs, and I have albums. Yeah, yeah. So that's what's up today. If you're wondering why I changed the icon, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I just took one of my favorite pictures that I saw. It's actually a picture from a t-shirt, and I just kind of put it in there. All right, that was my e.l.f. under eye cream. I just have it in a mini, but if you ever get a chance and you're on e.l.f. and you know, they sometimes offer this for reward points, or if you spend $35 or more, you can pick that out as a reward. So that's just a little bit of under eye cream. Now I'm going to go in with the Thirst Burst drops from the Holy Hydration line. The under eye cream was from the Holy Hydration line. The toner was from the Skin Collection, Pure Skin, oat milk, aloe juice, and niacinamide. And there's some good stuff going on. And all. This is all very affordable as well. I do love my Holy Hydration face cream, but the Thirst drops dropped, I don't know, I want to say recently. There's what it looks like, a little kind of little pink hue to it. I'd say in the past 6 months. So this is a relatively new drop. If you haven't tried them out yet, they've got, also have niacinamide in them. 1% hydrating hibiscus complex and 5% niacinamide. So there's a lot of stuff going on the face. And I'm going to use a primer today. I don't normally use primers, but I pulled out one of my favorite primers from Essence, which it's called Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. I think this is a knockoff, perhaps. It's in the flavor watermelon. I think this is a knockoff, possibly, for some glow recipe action. Don't quote me, but it could be. So I was a real toss-up for me today, whether I was going to get out my Holy Hydration face cream, which reminds me a heck of a lot of Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream, or if I was going to get into my Thirst Burst drops. So I got into my Thirst Burst drops because it's been a while since I used them, and I'm trying to rotate through stuff, I think that's going to be it for skincare, and except for the serum. Let's let this sit for a moment. Definitely going to be doing some color correcting. I'm going to show you, this is the new base that I got yesterday when I went to Shoppers Drug Mart. Lumi, it's a Lumi tint. Gosh, you cannot go wrong with L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal. I got it in the shade 120, which is in the neutral light family. And it looks like it is it's like a tint, moisturizing tint. So I was I was like, should I use my Lumi Glotion or should I try the new tint? We're going to try the new tint. We're going to get into it. All right, we gotta go. I gotta get going. So I can't wait too long. Oh, this also has like a pink hue to it. So this is the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum, also hydrating and smoothing base with watermelon water and more niacinamide. Oh, I hope I'm not overdosing my face today. Actually, I read somewhere you can't. There's so much. Niacinamide is such a buzz ingredient in so much skincare, and it's been being talked about a lot lately because it seems to be in everything. But from what I understand, you can't really overdose on it. So we're just going with it. My face should be so ready to try out this makeup that's to come. I am looking pretty glowy, that's for sure. I'm also looking like I need some color correcting. Holy cow, I guess you're probably seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm looking like I need some color correcting. So wash and dry the hair day. So I've been up and around and doing stuff down here at my glam station for quite some time, along with my other morning chores. So it has been already quite the Monday morning if you're watching this in real time. All right, that is just, that's feeling, it's a little sticky, but it still feels so hydrating. I'm not a super fan of the sticky stick primers. I did pull out my e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer, which tends to be, a little bit more on the tackier side, but I don't know. I just went for the Essence. I'm a big fan of this one from Essence. No, I can't find it right here. I mean, you can tell I've already gotten into it and used it a fair amount since I've gotten it. All right, so what should we do? A little bit of color correcting. Let's go in with the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream Concealer, and it's got 0.5% pure hyaluronic acid in the shade C12. I also pulled out my NYX Fix It pen. Is this one in the shade? This is in the shade Vanilla. I'm just going to go around my nose contour area with this one, maybe down here. I have a fair amount of correcting that needs to go on. Yes, indeed. I love this product. I've compared this against the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This one right here that I tried did not like it at all. The It Bye Bye Under Eye is super thick. This is a very thin formula, and I feel like it blends out very well. Look, it's very, very fine layer that I'm just trying to gently, gently smooth underneath my eyes. I'm going to go on my lids too. I exfoliated last night, so I feel like my face might be a little bit extra red today. I just went for it. You know, I like to do that once or twice a week. And so I feel like I woke up and my face was a little bit red, but not to worry. That's what all of this concealer is for, right? We're just going in with it. So what else is going on? What else is going on? This is the last day of the Amazon super sale. I posted some links to some tier beauty products in my last video, because I just think if you wanted to try tier, which is a Korean brand, if you wanted to try any of their skin products, especially their toner or their serum, you're never going to get them cheaper than what Amazon is selling them for right now. Unless Amazon partners, they could partner with tier again, which is what they did last June. They had a day in June, I want to say it was June 6th or something, in 2024, where they marked all their tier stuff down 30%. And it was a great day to go in and buy anything you wanted from the line. Like I said, I've tried the toner, I've tried the SOS serum, I've tried the cushion foundation, and I've tried the setting spray, and I also bought their lip oil. Now, when it came to their lip oil, I was a little disappointed. So I don't really recommend going in for their lip oil, but all those other products I just mentioned, and I put the links to in the giveaway video, actually, those links are in the giveaway video. I thought that was a steal of a deal. This is my Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. I'm going to put it here because I hold so much redness right there. And I just feel like it brightens things up. I'm a big fan of the Essence concealer. It's less than $5. Such a deal. I'm still gonna go in with with the L'Oreal Lumi tint. I just wanted to get like a little bit of concealer going on underneath that base, because I don't think the tint is gonna be. I'm just guessing it's gonna be somewhat on the light covered side, or at least I hope it is. I'm not looking to go out with a full beat going on. So let's see. Again, this is in the look how watery that is. This is in the shade 120, light neutral. Let's just see what it does. Let's see what it does. Ooh, I'm looking like a little bit of radiance already, right? I got some glow. I love the Lumi. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but this is another product from the L'Oreal's Lumi collection. It's a glow nude, and I was thinking, I pulled those out because I might use them on my lids. They got like a little bit of a highlighter vibe to them, like a powder highlighter vibe, but it's not. I don't know, I keep using this example. Santa's not going to call me to lead the sleigh. It's not that, it's not that shiny and bright. So I don't know. I pulled out a lot of stuff out in front of me. I don't know what I'm going to gravitate to, but I'm glad that I have choices. I'm glad that I have some choices. All right, let's lean in and see how I'm doing. I'm definitely looking glowy and radiant and shiny. I still feel like I have, I still feel like I have redness, but again, I did do a pretty hardcore exfoliation last night. Maybe I was a little bit too rough on my skin. It's looking a little bit beat up, but all right, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. That's what we do. As I said, I'm a mom in a basement. If you're new to the channel, bit on cut here. We just roll with it, and wherever it goes, that's where we are. That's where we are. All right, I'm gonna refresh. Selena, speaking of Selena, she was amazing at doing makeup, and she did her own makeup. I know that about Selena. Like, there's a lot of, even though she passed in 1995, well before social media. She was doing what she was doing since she was a kid. Like, I just like another one of the women I respect that just hustled and earned everything that she got. So she was around a while, and even though there wasn't social media, she did a fair amount of press interviews, and there's just, even though her life was so short, she did leave a lot of her behind. And so it's just, oh, she's just so inspiring. And because I've read from multiple sources that she did her own makeup, she designed most of the outfits that her and her band members wore. She was an aspiring fashion designer. She had opened up a few boutiques in Texas at the time of her death. And I actually, after she passed, those boutiques remained open for some years. I was a customer. I was ordering from them. They did mail order stuff, which was, actually at the time kind of ahead of its time. It took some companies a while to wrap their mind around the fact that there was a significant demographic of customers that wanted to buy their stuff and get on board with getting it advertised online and mailing it out. She was on top of that. She was on top of all of that. All right, so that's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. I'm going to warm up my face a little bit with this. I can never say this. I bought this a 3-pack of like 2 different shades of this is like a creamy contour stick, and then a highlighter. It was like a 3-pack. Got it on Amazon, one of the first things I bought in my collection, and it's not there anymore. So, because I was like, it was such a good deal. I think it was 13 some bucks for all 3 sticks. And this is my favorite one. This is the only one that's left. I think I pitched the highlighter, and the other shade of brown, it wasn't my fave. This is the only one left over, because like I said, it is from one of my OG purchases when I first started collecting, and this is the only one of the 3 left. And I've looked for it since online and I can't find it. But the brand is Handy On, and it says it's a blusher, but I mean, like this color, I use it as my creamy contour stick. Put it all over the face, get that monochromatic look going. All right. I mean, guys, again, you've said, oh, you can try for these longer videos. And I think on some days that I will definitely not feel as rushed and go ahead and just keep rolling. But today I'm feeling like I gotta get out of here. I can't be one of those days today. I want to show you the new stuff. All right, so we did a little bit of the Lumi Glow Tint. I'm gonna lean in so you can see. I mean, I feel pretty smoothed out. Yeah, I feel pretty smoothed out. I still feel like I could spend a little bit more time doing some color correcting underneath my eyes, but I mean, let's see what happens when I put on when I do some setting powder. All right, let's look at the next newbie product. This is Maybelline Super Stay Teddy Tint. It's in the shade 25 called Baby T. There were so many shades to choose from, and I was kind of in a hurry, and it was rainy, and I was like, it wasn't super awesome to be out and about, but I just wanted to go to Shoppers anyway. And so I picked this, and you can't test the things. So I went ahead and I picked this shade. To me, it's kind of like a bit like a coral, kind of a coral vibe. And so I pulled out of my collection this blush that I bought in Sweden at the pharmacy in Sweden at their drugstore. It's called Apolosophy, and it's in the shade Peach Boost. So I thought that these two might do okay. Now you can use this on your lips, and you can use this on your cheeks. And the pictures in the store look like this was going to be kind of like a matte finish. Let's go ahead and put it on the lips and see what happens. Oh yeah, it is kind of matte-ish. let's let it dry down. I'm trying to think if I should go over it with any sort of gloss or something. I want to try other shades of this. This is, and when I did the checkout, when I checked out at Shoppers, the lady, we know each other. They all know me. She said, oh, it's brand spanking new. I said, yeah, that's why I got it. Wanted to try it. So let's see how this is doing. Wow, it blends right in. First of all, I will tell you that nothing that you've seen me put on my face so far has pilled. No pilling situation, and I've been using a lot of different kind of stuff, right? Let's go in with a little bit more. It's not one of these, that looks like the e.l.f. camo blushes. So pigmented, right? Those things, you have to be so careful how many dots you lay down. This one, not so much. It's pigmented. Like you can see it again. It's called Baby Tea. But it's not like, oh gosh, I have to go in and cut this thing because I put so much pigment down, and now what am I going to do with it all, right? All right, so let's go over it. Let's go over it with the Drugstore blush from Sweden, the 02 Peach Boost. All right, time for a fluffy brush. Let's go with an e.l.f. Whoa, quite a bit of fallout. Are we ready for this? I'm never ready for this. I'm never ready when I put these powders down. I'm like, what if I go overboard? How am I going to come back? I'm always worried about the point of no return when I'm doing my face, especially when I'm hanging out with you guys, because I'm like, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? I don't know. Just try my best. All right, wait, we have so many edges to smooth out. This is another e.l.f. brush. This is like an angly brush, probably better used for some contouring. I think I pulled it out to use for setting powder, so we're gonna have to go in with this one. Let's try the e.l.f. Let's go in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow powder filter. This thing got like medium reviews online. It comes with a little powder puff underneath. This thing didn't get the best reviews. I don't mind it. Like, part of the reviews that it got was that it was a little bit too thick. Almost like a powder foundation. And I'm not typically into powder foundations, but I don't mind this at all. I have not found really too many setting powders that e.l.f. has come out with that I have been a fan of. I'd say that this one is, out of everything from their line, because I've pretty much tried it all, I think this one is my favorite, and it's relatively new. I got this, it came in the bundle, in the Meghan Trainor collab bundle, and I got the cool sleep mask that I was raving about, that I have been raving about for some time on this channel. Although I gave one away. I bought multiple of these, not bought, she was giving, Elle was giving them away, gifts with purchase, after the Meghan Trainor collab. And I gave one to a friend whose husband, I told this story before, but I'm not sure if I actually finished the story. The husband is a connoisseur, a sleep mask expert. He tried it, said, this was the feedback on that mask. Do I have one? I don't think I have one nearby. You know what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking about, because I don't have one nearby. He said that softness gives it a 10. Super, super soft, super, super comfortable to wear to go to bed. But in his opinion, it did not block the light out. It wasn't like a pure blackout. So pros and cons. I like everything else. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow sort of duo contour palette. I've gone through several of these since I've been upping my makeup game over the past couple of years. I really, really like it. I like the fact that you've got this two-tone. I usually just run my brush right down the center, and I use it all over. I'm going to use it on my lids, and then I'm going to be calling it good very soon. You know, it's nice. I learned online, I don't know what's a good tip or trick, but when I first started wearing a little bit more makeup here on the lids, there's so many different gurus that suggested to just drag you know, if you're going to try to do a little bit of the nose contour with your powder, you take the darker shade on the outside and then you run a lighter shade down the middle. And it's just important to try to connect, you know, all the way up, so you don't have any like gaps, I guess. I don't know. I try to do that. I have no idea how successful I am. Here's a little bit of the light. I'm just going to go down my T-zone with it. I just did the light one down my T-zone. Now I'm going to do the dark one a little bit above my lid because I have hooded lids, and I've heard the gurus say if you've got hooded lids, the best place to apply, you know, your shades is right above your lids and blend it out there, because when you've got the hooded lids and you try to put shadow right there, it's not usually as effective. All right. A little bit of fixing the brows, and then I got to get out of here. This is from the Lip Bar, one of my favorite brow pencils. It's in this shade light brown. I put the Lip Bar in the category of affordable makeup. I just do. And I think you can find them at Target. I think Target and Walmart's maybe. I'm not sure. They're all over the place. I love them. They're flagship stores in Detroit. They are Shark Tank. Didn't get a deal on Shark Tank. Shark Tank lost out. My girls from Michigan love them, and I definitely put the Lip Bar in affordable makeup, and especially for the quality that you get, like super good bang for your buck. All right, going in with the Essence Fix It Eyebrow, sort of hold it in place gel. Love this, costs like $4, and it's one of my favorite, it's one of the favorite clear eyebrow gels that I have found. I don't know. I purchased this. This is definitely my go-to brow gel that I take on vacation, so that you know, again, like, I have this theory, if I take my affordable stuff on vacation, you know, I'm less likely to be upset if I happen to lose something, right? All right, I got to get out of here. I got to do the school drop-offs. You know the routine. Wait, before I go, let me just pull up here. Let me just pull up. That's what the kids say. You know, that's what they say these days. Like, I'm going to pull up on somebody. It means like you're going to their house. I love learning the slang. I love staying in the now, having these teenage kids that they use, you know, whenever this is my Annabelle Skinny Mascara. I love this thing. Another one of my repurchases over the years, because I just have such, I don't know, I guess I call it like eyeshadow, eyelid, eyeshadow, eyelid, yeah, all that too. No, my lashes are just, there's not a lot of them. My bottom ones curl in, so I've never been encouraged by the eye doctors to wear a lot of mascara on the bottom. And, you know, I've said this before, I just don't like mascara. It's one of my least favorite things. I just want to be able to rub my eyes, because it's a terrible habit, and not really have to worry about anything. But and I love the Annabelle Skinny. I can just get in there. I can get to each one of my challenged lashes and get the job done. Last thing I'm going to do, trick from beauty school. Teacher taught me. She said the last thing that you should do when you're doing your makeup, this is a little bit of my Holy Hydration Elf Off makeup remover, is to go and if you've used, this is more for like if you've used like foundation. The last thing she says to do, she told me to do in the routine, is just clean up the brow area. So did I just pull off some of my Lip Bar product? Yes, I did. I'm going to go back in and just reapply at the base, but I also did get a little bit pickup of the Lumi tint, the L'Oreal, it has Lumi Le Glow tint. Teacher was just saying, like, you can get a lot of foundation and other stuff like in your eyebrows, and so the best thing to do at the very end of the routine is to go clean them up with a Q-tip. Wherever you are, are we getting some transfer? Whatever you're doing, I truly hope that you're well. I had a good time hanging out with you. I know this video was like all over the place. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun too. If you like any of the products, let me know in the comment. I'll post up an Amazon link. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.